Hey everyone. I just wanted to talk about the readings this week and what I learned about the readings. I think that they were very interesting. I think that they really had a theme overall that was good to go off of. So, the theme that I think is equity. And I know that I've been talking about that a lot this semester. That's basically what my Genius Hour is about. But I really could see that in these readings. So equity, I'm going to go over what that is. Equity versus equality. Equity is meeting the kids where they're at, whereas equality is being equal to all of the students, no matter based on their needs. So equity is really important in the classroom because all of the kids are different. As teachers, we're different, and so really just like meeting those kids where they're at and showing them so that they can learn to the best and the fullest of their ability. So the first one, teaching in the middle school, there's really just four things that I think that this article points out that was really great for meeting the kids where they're at. So the teacher should know who they're teaching, act as an effective mentors. The teachers should act as effective mentors. The teachers should vary their teaching and learning practices, and the curriculum should be cross-curriculum. And I think this is super important because to be able to meet the kids where they're at, teachers need to know these like important tasks and important information to know how to do that. And so all of these four things really just give a guideline of the basic, okay, this is what you have to do to meet the kids where they're at and to show them, how to learn and to be that person. So I think those are super, especially the act as effective mentors. That's awesome. Like, I didn't think that that would be a good one for meeting the kids where they're at, but that's definitely something that's good. So number two, critical practices for anti-bias education. Love this article. It was amazing. So it was more about equity, diversity, justice, and action. So it went into detail about how to be diverse and how to meet those kids, like in their socioeconomic status and in their sexual identity and in their race and in their all of these bias that the world preconceives. It shows teachers how to fight that with anti-bias education. So in the you thought you knew you were disciplining kids, that one was really great, and it was so applicable to my previous year because my mentor teacher would definitely discipline the hard kids, like really hard, and she would yell at them, and I hated that. That was my least favorite thing because I knew that it was just going straight over their head. I could see it in their eyes when they were glazing over. They're like, I'm literally not listening to you. And so this was really good because it says that if we keep doing what we know isn't working for their kids, we're going to lose them. And that's super important because I would never, ever, ever want to lose a kid. To like, dropping out or not getting their education just because of something that I'm doing. And that's super important because we have to remember that we have to get, and this article says that we have to get to the root of the problem. We can't just like look at kids as if they are working little robots that do things wrong. Like, absolutely not. We have to look at them as if they're children and if they are little humans, and we have to treat them like they're humans. So number four, the planning for managing difference. So this just gave basic like action plans for difficult situations. And I thought this was super cool because sometimes teachers don't think about the before of the difficult situations. So I know when I was in difficult situations back in my student teaching, sometimes I wouldn't think about, oh, what would I do in that situation? And then I acted out of like frustration. And that is never good, like never. And so I started realizing, oh crap, like I cannot do that. So I, got it together, basically. And each one is about meeting the child's needs and getting to the root of the problem. Again. So then there's growth mindset. Growth mindset, the definition of that is the belief that qualities can change and that we develop our intelligence and ability. So this is super interesting. It said not just about passing the kids or praising the kids for what they're doing good, but for about giving them more responsibilities. So an example of this in every person goes through it life is our parents like guide us until we're about 16. And then once we're 16, we get to drive. And then at 18, they like trust us with that at 16. And then at 18, I'm sorry, hang on. Okay. At 18, we get to move out of the house. And so it's just like this progressing of these responsibilities that our parents give us. So they trust us to, do all of these things, but it's more in the classroom about changing the beliefs that we can improve on what we're already doing. And so I think all 5 of these go into just meeting the kids where they're at and being equitable to all kids and just showing them what it looks like to be a good human and a good learner and meeting that where they're at so that they can progress into everyday adulthood. So, yeah. Oops. And I don't know how to get out of this.